behind, you can pick it right back up. So take one more full round of your breath here. 3 parts in, filling up completely. And a big breath out, letting all of your stale air go. On your next inhale, you can walk your hands off towards the right, opening up the left side body, cracking open the ribs. We'll stay here for a breath, breathing into those tiny spaces between your ribs. And then walking back towards center and then off towards the left, opening up on the right. On your next inhale, walking back towards center, and then on your exhale, pulling up from your palms to tabletop. Once you arrive, making sure that your shoulders are stacked over wrists, hips over knees. We'll take a deep breath in, let the belly drop, finding cow, gaze shifts up. And then as you exhale, arching the spine high for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Moving between these 2 poses with each breath at your own pace, warming up the spine, feeling your hands pressing the earth away. Taking one more full round each move. And then returning to your neutral, this time moving in the opposite pattern. So looking over towards your left hip and bringing your left hip towards your left shoulder. And then inhale, circling back towards center and then over towards the right. This time we're warming up our side body, so switching between each side. We're here for just a couple of breaths, but giving that spine all of the motion it needs to get completely warmed up. Take one more each side. And then return to your neutral, tuck your toes under, and then lift your knees off the mat just an inch. We're gonna stay here for a while, so feel free to kind of drop in and out of this as you need to. We're just gonna kind of play with pushing the ground away. Imagine that your body is being pulled just like an inch higher than it is. And just notice what happens in your abs and your shoulders as you push the mat away, and then just lower an inch. So if you can see me, I'm articulating my shoulder muscles to just raise up an inch and then lower, really warming up across the chest and the arms and the shoulders. And then maybe dropping down just to take a breath as you need. We'll take about 2 more rounds of breath here. And then when you've had enough, we'll meet in a down dog, hips go high. Still finding that sensation of pressing the earth away. So down and out through the palms and the fingertips. And then imagine someone has a rope or a belt around your hips and they're pulling up and back. Your spine is a slide. This is our first time here for today, so just giving yourself grace, feeling what it feels like to be here, maybe pedaling out the heels, bringing a little warmth to the legs. Staying here for one more complete breath. On your next inhale, shifting the gaze forward between the hands. And as you exhale, slowly tiptoeing towards the top of the mat until you're in a forward fold position. Once you arrive, dangling here for a while, bringing hands to opposite elbows or maybe hands gently to the back of the head, just increasing the depth, letting gravity do its work, maybe rocking back and forth, swaying the upper body. But imagine all of the stress and the tension from the day just rolling off your spine. Your next inhale, we'll lift halfway, hands find mat or shins. And then exhale, fold one more time. Maybe this time go a little deeper, grabbing the backs of the legs or the heels. And then on your inhale, start to rise one vertebrae at a time, slowly rolling up. And then hands circle up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through prayer. We'll take a breath here, just with our hands in prayer. You can set an intention for your practice. Seal it with a breath. And then inhale, arms go high. Exhale, we're going to sit down into chair. So here for the first time today, looking down at your knees, making sure they are not crossing the line of your toes. So your booty is back, the hinge in your hip is deep. We'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, hands come down to prayer. As you exhale, step the right foot back. We're in high lunge. Inhale, arms come up, and we'll stay here for a breath. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, coming down towards plank, staying here in your low lunge. Left arm rises high for low lunge twist. And we'll stay here for a breath. On your next inhale, left hand plants, stepping back towards plank. On the exhale, lowering all the way down to the ground. Inhale brings you to cobra, gaze shifts up, shoulders rolled back. Exhale, returning down to the earth. We have 2 more times of that. Inhale, cobra, pushing the mat away, finding lift. Exhale, mat. Last time, finding cobra. And then exhale, rolling it back down and pushing back to your down dog. Take a full round of breath here. On your inhale, gaze shifts forward. Exhale, tiptoeing or stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. We'll take a round of breath here. Each time we're here, maybe sinking just a little bit deeper. On your inhale, hands come down through prayer. Exhale, stepping the left foot back this time. Pausing for a breath in our high lunge. Then cartwheeling the left hand down to meet the mat, opening up into your low lunge twist. Staying for a breath. And then on your next exhale, moving towards plank. We'll take a round of breath here. And then on your exhale, lowering either halfway or all the way. Inhale, rising to cobra or up dog. Exhale, pushing back to down dog. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Hands come down to prayer right away. Inhale, lifting up the right heel. Exhale, step the right foot back, high lunge. Inhale, in high lunge. And then exhale, finding the mat with the hands and moving through your flow. Either lowering all the way to the mat or finding a chaturanga push-up. And then inhaling to cobra or up dog, down dog. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, chair. Hands come to prayer. Inhale, lifting the left heel. Exhale, step it back, high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, finding your plank and moving through your flow. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, flow. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, flow. We have one more each side. Feel free to take this at your own pace or continue to follow me. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, feet to follow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, right heel. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, stay. Exhale, flow. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, left heel. Exhale, high lunge. Stay. Exhale, flow. Once you arrive in down dog, we'll stay for 2 breaths, grabbing a sip of water, maybe hitting a child's pose. And then as you're ready, moving back towards down dog, we'll take 1 more breath. Inhale, right toes go high to the sky. Exhale, stepping the right foot between the hands. And then on the inhale, rising to warrior 2, opening up towards the left side of the mat. You could trace a line between your right heel and the arch of your left foot. And then arms go out wide. We'll take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, we'll shift back to find peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Moving through this twice more with your own breath. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. This time we're shifting up to flying warrior. So toes are pointed out towards the corner of the mat, arms are high. And then exhaling down and back into the left knee, coming to Skandasana. So you have options here in Skandasana. You can stay up just in like a high lunge. Otherwise, if it's available to you, coming up to the right heel and sinking the glutes all the way down towards the mat. Wherever you are, we'll stay for a breath. Maybe finding expansion of the chest here, left fingers down, right fingers up. Deep breath in, big exhale. On your inhale, start crawling towards the top of the mat. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. We'll stay here for lizard, spending a moment opening the hips. So dropping the back left knee, untucking the toes. And then just finding the space to shift slightly forward, opening the chest. Maybe rolling off onto the pinky edge of your foot. Maybe pushing the knee away from the body. Whatever's working for you today. We'll stay for 1 more breath. On your next inhale, coming back towards long arms, sending the right foot back to meet the left. We're in high plank. We're going to hold high plank for 5 breaths. So taking this time to focus on your form, shoulders above wrists, heels above toes. You're pushed onto the balls of your feet. And then hips are high enough that they are in line with your belly. 2 more really good breaths. Breathing through the heat and the shakiness. Last inhale here. And then as you exhale, pushing down, moving through your flow. And finding a down dog. We'll stay for a breath. On the next inhale, left toes go high. Exhale, stepping to find warrior 2. And then taking a breath to settle in, finding your alignment. On your next inhale, we'll find peaceful warrior. And then on the exhale, finding side angle. Keeping with this pattern, inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Peaceful. Side angle. This time on the inhale, breathing up to find flying warrior. Toes are pointed out towards the corners, arms are high. We'll take a deep breath in. And then this time exhaling low into the right knee, finding Skandasana on this side. So either a high lunge here, otherwise flipping up to that left heel and sinking the glutes towards the mat. Right fingers go wide, left fingers go high. Opening up here, take a deep breath in and a big breath out. On the inhale, we'll start crawling towards the top of the mat. Hands inside the left foot this time, moving into our lizard. So taking the modifications that you prefer. I'm dropping my right knee, untucking the toes, and then rolling off to the left pinky edge of my foot and pushing the knee away. See if with each exhale, you can bring a little more weight to the hips, lowering them, sinking a little deeper into the mat. One more full round of breath. And then making your way back to your long arms, sending the left foot back to plank. This time, instead of holding plank, we're gonna lower into our chaturanga for the count of 5. So we're gonna stay at the top, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, move down towards the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for a breath. And then you can shift into your up dog. Exhale, down dog. From here, maybe pedaling out your dog, taking a sip of water. We'll move on in one breath. Next, inhale, gaze shifts forward. Exhale, feet to follow, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach high. Exhale, chair. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. On your next inhale, come to standing, right leg comes with you. So right knee is out at 90 degrees. We're gonna move into eagle pose. So take a deep breath in, arms go up overhead. And then as you exhale, your right knee is gonna cross over your left, your right arm under your left. So I'll demonstrate this towards the front, but if your arms are out, right arm goes under, and then you can touch the back of your hands, or if it's available to you, you can touch your palms, so looping twice. Same with the knee, you can either loop it once, or you can cross the ankles, looping twice. And we'll stay here for a breath. So really focusing on pressing all of the joints, keeping the back straight as if against a wall. Deep breath in, big breath out. On your next inhale, slowly unwinding the legs, but keeping the arm, sending the right leg long behind you for warrior 3. We'll take a deep breath in here, and a big breath out. Finding your balance, trusting your strength. And then on the next inhale, opening up, finding your flying warrior. And then sinking down into your right knee, finding Skandasana here. And then right away, exhaling, top of mat, finding lizard. We'll stay here for 1 breath, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, right foot comes outside the right hand, yogi squat. So if this is not available to you, a high squat is fine. What we're working on is moving the knees away from the midline. So using the elbows to press them away from the body and trying to keep the spine as straight as possible. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, planting the hands, sending the legs back and moving through your flow. Once you've arrived, take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach high. Exhale, chair. We're here for 2 breaths. Seeing if you can still fill the belly with air, nourishing your body with your breath. Next inhale, we come to rise, arms go high, lifting the left knee this time. Finding your balance here, and then moving into your eagle. So crossing the left knee down over the right. This time, left elbow under the right. And then focusing on the knees, the ankles, the elbows, the wrists. Pushing everything towards the midline of the body. And then breathing. One more really good breath in. And then as you exhale, unwinding the legs, sending the left leg long behind. We're in warrior 3. Deep breath here, finding your balance. And then on the next inhale, opening up, finding your warrior. And then this time sinking down into Skandasana on the left. Pausing here. And then crawling to find your lizard for just a moment. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, moving the left foot outside the left hand, Malasana. So we're in our deep yogi squat again. We'll be here for 2 breaths. So now we have options. If you want, you can just make your way back towards plank. You can just step back. Otherwise, if you want to play with jumping back, it's fun to play around with. So you can plant your hands and then see if you can shoot your feet back and land in a chaturanga. And then once you've arrived in a down dog, we'll take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Let all of your air go. One more time. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach high. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise, bringing the right knee. Moving down into eagle again. Right knee crosses over. Right arm crosses under. We'll take a breath here. Unwinding the leg, sending it back to find your warrior 3. This time letting your eagle arms go, sending the arms long on either side of your head. We'll take a breath here. Inhale, finding your flying warrior. Exhale, Skandasana down to the right. Inhale, crawling towards your lizard. Left foot outside of the hands. And then exhaling, bringing your feet into Malasana. So here's another point where we have options. You can stay here in your Malasana. You can work on opening up the chest, so bringing either finger to the side and opening up the chest that way. Otherwise, if you want to play, I emphasize play. We're just working on stuff tonight. We're gonna work into crow. So this is what crow looks like. Your knees come up towards your armpits. They're resting on the tricep. And then as you start to lean forward, you can find flight and maybe take one toe at a time off the ground. And then if you're ready and you want to play, seeing if you can lean forward enough to bring both toes off the ground and balance, taking flight. So we're going to take like 5 breaths to play here. So pushing your edge a little bit, but making sure it's still fun and you're safe. So using your fingers as your brakes, once your shoulders cross the line of your fingers, it gets a little bit harder to balance. So making equal tension by pushing back from your arms and forward from your knees. And then once you're done, you can step or shoot your legs back to find your chaturanga and take your flow. Once you arrive, we'll take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, feet to follow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, come to stand, bringing the left knee this time. And then exhale, finding your eagle. So left knee over right, left arm under right, and then staying for a breath. On your inhale, starting to unwind the legs, send the left leg long behind you, and then exhaling, unwinding the arms, sending them long in front of you. We'll take a full round of breath here. On your next inhale, rising, finding your flying warrior, and then exhaling down into the left knee, Skandasana. Inhaling, crawling towards the top of your mat for lizard, and then exhaling, stepping the left foot up for Malasana. So we're here, again, same options. Taking a couple rounds of breath to just play. But a good place to start is pressing the knees away with the elbows and then just dropping the hands naturally where they fall. And then just scooting the knees up. And even if this is enough, just kind of rocking back and forth. Seeing at what point when you shift the weight on your hands where you're no longer balancing. And then one at a time, or maybe both together, picking up the toes, finding a crow. This is our last time here today, so giving it all you got. And then when you're done, you can try the same thing. We can try the shoot of the legs back. So deep inhale wherever you are, and then as you exhale, shooting the feet back, landing in the chaturanga, and moving through your flow. Once you arrive in down dog, grabbing a sip of water, we'll be here for 2 breaths. Okay, deep breath in, gaze shifts forward, exhale, feet to follow, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, exhale, chair. Inhale, come to standing, bringing the right knee, finding your eagle. Right arm under, right knee over. This time we're gonna move down towards a nested eagle. So if it's available to you, seeing if you can touch the elbows to the knees, and then bow the head. You might fall in and out of it, that's okay. Do your best. Maybe use your right toes as a kickstand. Take a really filling breath here, filling up every inch of your body with air, and then let it all go. On your next inhale, start to unwind everything at once, staying on the balance on your left foot, opening up to find your half moon. Everything's open towards the right side of your mat. You're dipping the left fingertips down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, finding peaceful warrior. Straightening the front leg to find peaceful triangle. And then as you exhale, finding full triangle. Both legs are straight, a slight bend in the left knee, shoulders stack. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale. And then exhale, coming down towards your low lunge. Now we're gonna move into half split, and again, you have options here. So take a deep breath in, right toes leave the ground, go straight up into the air, as if you're doing the splits in the air. Bringing the nose as close to the knee as you can. And then if you want, if you have the space, maybe taking a few handstand hops. So just floating the right toes and seeing if you can just bounce off the left foot. You don't have to do a handstand to be able to do a handstand hop. So play for 2 more breaths wherever you're at. And then when you've had enough, you can come back to your plank and find your flow. Once you've arrived in down dog, take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, shifting the gaze forward. Exhale, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, come to stand. Bring the left knee. Exhale, eagle. Left knee over. Left arm under. And then staying here or moving down into nested eagle. Seeing if you can touch the elbows to the knees and then bow the head. Keeping all that tension in all of your limbs. This is so challenging. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. On your next inhale, filling up with air, expanding into your half moon on the side, keeping the balance, really pushing your limits. Deep breath in. Exhale, finding your peaceful, straightening the leg to find peaceful triangle, and then exhaling over to find full triangle. Pausing for a round of breath here. On your next inhale, we'll circle the left arm down towards the mat, and then inhale, left toes go high, finding standing split. So here are your options. You can stand, you can stay, or you can play. And then when you've had enough, finding your flow. Once you've arrived in down dog, taking a deep breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, right toes go high. Exhale, pigeon. Bringing right knee towards right wrist. And then staying here in this deep hip stretch, maybe walking down towards the forearms, maybe bowing the head. We'll be here for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, coming back towards long arms. And then as you exhale, kicking the right foot high and then flipping it over, finding your 3-legged dog. Staying here for a breath, giving that hip some room. And then exhaling, returning to your down dog. Inhale, left toes go high. Exhale, pigeon. Left knee come towards left wrist. This looks different on every body, so adjusting as you need. And then settling in. Giving yourself 5 really good breaths to just unwind here. On your next inhale, you can work your way back towards long arms. And then as you're ready, sending the left toes high, flipping them over, opening up the left hip, pausing for a breath, and then coming back to your down dog. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, moving towards your plank, and then lowering all the way down to the mat. We'll start with our right cheek on the ground, just so we're all on the same page. So hands will rest on either side of your body down near your hip. And we're gonna move through 3 rounds of locust. So it's like a Superman pose, but your arms are behind you. So taking a deep breath in here, and then exhaling, letting all of your air go. On your next inhale, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the feet and the hands, pressing everything away from the earth. We'll take a round of breath here, so holding, finding your strength. And then as you exhale, lowering everything to the ground, left cheek meets mat. We'll take a round of breath here. On your next inhale, moving back towards your locust, pressing the hands away from the head, the toes towards the wall behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lowering down, right cheek on the ground. Full round of breath here. And then inhale, rising. Last time, finding your highest locust yet. Everything is clenching to bring you higher. Deep breath in, and then exhale, lower, left cheek finds mat. You can bend the knees, feet come up towards the body, and then just let them fall off to the left and the right, just rocking the spine back towards neutral. And then you can send the legs long, push back to find your child's pose, and we'll pause here for a breath. As you're ready, we'll make our way towards seated, just so that you can swing your legs around and find a position on your back, laying down. And then once you've arrived, hugging the knees in towards chest, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, dropping them off towards the left. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. Be mindful of the upper body. See how much of it you can get to touch the floor. And only let your spine twist that much. Take one more full round of breath. And then on your next inhale, move back through center, squeezing the knees in towards chest. And then exhale, dropping them off towards the right. Gaze shifts off towards the left this time. Take one more full round of breath. And then inhaling, bringing knees back towards center. We're gonna move into happy baby. So the knees will stay closer to the armpits, moving away from the center of the chest. And then your feet go high to the sky. You can either grab for the soles of the feet or the big toes. And then just use your grip to pull the legs down towards the earth. Finding a gentle opening of the pelvis and the hips, and then maybe just rock back and forth, giving the spine, a gentle massage. When you're ready, bringing the knees back in towards chest, giving them a big hug. This time you can bring your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground to meet it. Take a deep breath in here, squeezing everything together. And then as you exhale, slowly releasing everything down towards the mat, finding Shavasana.